Well, you must have heard that the president sent for me, and I've gone to see him, and raised some issues which we have adequately addressed, particularly the resurgence of insecurity in the southeast, and what is required to ensure that is properly controlled. We discussed all that, and he took seriously my recommendations, and indeed, I can tell you, he immediately gave approval to all that, which includes increase in manpower to security agencies, and then other logistic supports ranging from additional arms and ammunition, and also we are making use of our local vigilante and the involvement of community leaders to ensure that through community arrangement, additional security is provided to the people.
Specifically, what was the president's concern in respect of the situation in the state?
Yeah, you recall. Yeah. Well, you recall that a few days ago, the home of the President General of Haneze, Ndibo, was attacked by bandits, and the same night, the police station in Umuguma, Ware West, was also attacked. And for a very long time, if you remember, we've never had such a situation. And this happened at a time that our people already relaxed and thought that insecurity has become a thing of the past. But to the glory of God, security agencies rose to it. The second day, they were properly repelled by security agencies, particularly men of the Directorate of State Service. They've been very useful working with other security agencies. And we didn't also wait. We initiated a community-oriented program where the vigilante approach has been reenacted, and the community leaders have shown sufficient interest. And we'll get there. I know that the banditry and the crisis ravaging the country, I have said times without number, the one in Imo State in particular, is politically contrived. And we are working with security agencies to unravel those behind it. And I'm very confident what we have done so far, but sooner or later, they will be unraveled. Since January 2020, when I came into office, one of the things I initiated was quarterly stakeholders meeting. As a matter of fact, I've had 6 stakeholders engagements. And the purpose of that engagement is to create a platform where leaders will meet, stakeholders will meet, and it will also act as an opinion pool forum to involve our people in governance. And that has yielded a lot of positive results. Arising from that, we have also done one-on-one engagement with some critical stakeholders. For those who are aggrieved, I don't know whether those grievances are against government or against individuals, but those who we think that are part of the political system that are not contributing positively to the current administration, we're also reaching out to them. Of course, I know if anything is anything to go by, some of the reasonable minds have started coming back. If you've been following the politics of Imo State of late, given the revolution we have just deployed to rescue the infrastructure that was almost absent, and our achievements so far, it has attracted a lot of support from our people. Leaders from Imo State are together and united in commending our efforts. And if you can go to Imo State and be on ground, apart from some dissenting voices that are only on the social media, I think the state is almost recovered, and we are doing very, very well. So there's no need at this point in time for people to be aggrieved over what is not in existence. All I urge people to do is to be part of the going concern. Contribute your quota towards the development of the state. and support the government of the day to deliver democratic dividends to our people. All these grievances here are grievances there. What is the origin of the grievances? Why are people not able to look at the realities on ground and know that at this point in time, globally speaking, that we must not be left behind as a country. We must not also be left behind as a state. We need to unite ourselves. We need to be realistic with ourselves. We need to be proactive in making sure that our tomorrow will be better. And I don't know how a government with the paraphernalia of office available to it, ranging from the army, the police, the air force, the navy, the DSS, the civil defense, will now go for non-state actors to be used for governance. So you should be, as a civilized people, you also represent the elites. So you should be able to advise such minds to reason well and think well, because the only person that officially has power for coercion is government. If anything is to go by, we are a God-fearing government. That is why we have not used force as the only way of controlling the violence in Imo State. I just told you that we initiated the involvement of community vigilante, where community leaders will get involved. As a governor and one man, I sit there in Owerri, looking at things and doing my work. But at the remote villages where most of these things happen, every community has been modeled in a manner that if they are together, they will defend their land. This land doesn't belong to one person. So community by community, leadership by leadership, they will be able to defend themselves, come together. Even before this time, we are known from the part of the world where I come from in the East. We believe in the town union system. This town union, apart from the traditional institutions, leaders come together, set up a town union. And the purpose of this union is to attract development into the community. Is to not to allow only government to be the person providing developmental projects. Through community efforts, a lot of projects have been completed in the Southeast, ranging from town hall, rural roads, electricity, health centers. So it will not stop now. All we can do, any reasonable government, is to modify and encourage such partnership to be able to have and optimize the result. So tell those people who are of that thinking that they need to review their thinking and think right. Secondly, the APC convention, I don't know what kind of sign you want to see before you know that convention will hold on Saturday. As at yesterday, all the subcommittees have started meeting. The screening committee, the accreditation committee, I'm aware that they're already meeting. The venue is being prepared. So I don't know the kind of machines you want, whether you want caterpillar or bulldozer, to now know that there will be convention. I told you people that APC is the party to beat. So the wish of our opponents is to see that APC is scattered or is not united. But that is their wishful thinking. APC cannot afford to lose what they have, because what we have is the trust of over 200 and something million people. And we don't just have a choice. We must remain united to be able to continue with this program. So I think I want to assure you that we will have a very peaceful, very successful convention on Saturday. If anybody is thinking otherwise, well, that person should go and pray, because God already approved our convention, and our convention will go on. Well, if you look at what is going on in terms of security in the Southeast, there's quite significant improvement in terms of what happened 3 months ago or 4 months ago and what is happening now. For instance, before this time, there was this so-called sit-at-home order. It's no longer happening in Imo State. Today is Monday. You can place a call to your correspondent in Owerri. He will go around, you see that the traffic Owerri city and the neighboring cities. Heavy. Our people have come to terms with the reality, which is only being law-abiding can give us what we are looking for. And we are now following. So, and you cannot deal with the issue of insecurity alone as a governor or as a government. You have to get the collaboration of your colleagues. So in the Southeast, the issue of security transcends political parties. So we are meeting as governors at that level, Southeast Governors Forum. But beyond that, I have demanded, my immediate constituency is Imo State. I will also make sure I do my best working with my brothers and sisters in Imo State to ensure that there is peace and people will go about their businesses. That is the essence of government. If you cannot provide an enabling environment for law and order to thrive, then there is no government. So in Imo State, there is a government. And I'm confident that we cannot act like a man whose only tool is a hammer. Because if you think that if you have a hammer as your only tool, everything will become a nail. So you continue to hit everything you see. So we are divergent in our approach to things. Since this insecurity started in the Southeast, particularly in Imo State, we've never imported any new army command into Imo State. The artillery brigade in Obinze has been there for over 30 years. And of course, that barrack has remained there with an outpost in Olo and Okigwe. There are three major towns in Imo State: Olo, Owerri, and Okigwe. So in the case of Olo, it's a base, a small base. And I can't remember anybody deploying new soldiers to that Olo. If anything, part of what I'm asking for now is to see whether we can have manpower, additional manpower to Imo State, not soldiers. Because maybe if you look at what is going on now, the Department of State Security Service, the Civil Defense, the police, they are trained better to manage civil disturbances. So this military, only they use for a backup. So the people who actually should deal with this issue of insecurity, according to their training, is the police, the civil defense, and the Department of State Security Service. So we did not do that, but I don't want to accuse anybody or condemn social media, because there are also benefits of the social media. But in every event, every program that comes with advantages has its own disadvantages. Of late, people are quick at manufacturing photographs or films and posting on the social media. Sometimes they will copy what is happening in Ghana and paste it to be happening in Nigeria. These are some mischief makers. But we cannot, because of them, condemn this social media thing, because social media also has advantages. We're able to know things when they happen and where they happen on time for response purposes. So that is one. Two is, you talked of my colleague, Colin of Yahweh. I don't know, I appeared Politics of Today in channels, and this question came and answered it. Up to now, nobody is able to tell me the meaning of Yahoo Yahoo. And if I don't understand it, I don't see how I can respond to it. I don't know whether it means good or it means bad. Maybe it means good. If I condemn it now, it means I'm condemning the good thing. So maybe you should help me to interpret Yahoo Yahoo, and then we can manage it from there. Thank you. Ohaneze, the President General of Ohaneze, that is the apex socio-political organization of Ndibo. And it's a position that comes with envy. Every success in life. In fact, it is when you succeed in life that you will now know, if you don't take time, the first enemy you have will be your closest friend, because of envy and unnecessary rivalry. We will do our best using the security agencies to arrest those who did the action and to see what security will be able to extract from them in terms of information. But until that is done, unless there is any prophecy from any of us to be able to tell us exactly this is the exact thing that happened or not, let's wait for the investigation report, at least the preliminary investigation report, to come out before we can discuss the matter. I started by telling you the number of stakeholders' engagement. If you don't want peace, you can call your brothers, come, let us discuss together. That is number one. Number two is publicly and privately. You hear me every day appeal to our people, let us protect our place. Let us rescue our place. Let us restore confidence in our people. Let us be a more responsive government that will be all-inclusive. Democracy is about the people. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So if you're alone, you're not a government yet. You're not practicing democracy. So, and don't forget, without fear of being accused of praising myself, I came from the parliament. For 8 years, I was in the Senate, making laws. The process of lawmaking is people-oriented. You start with your first reading, second reading, you conduct a public hearing, you want to know what the people think and how they feel. We are very close to the masses, to the people. And the aggregate opinion of our people, at the end of the day, will be what will come in to become law. And then we are bound by it. So again, I want to plead with you. If you know any of these, my brothers, who think I will not come, tell me, you will escort me, we'll go there and see the person. You know better. I am not going to sit here and tell you that anything that, because without peace, it's not even me, all of us, without peace, we don't have a country. It is only when there is peace and that the environment will be ripe that we'll be able to make progress. So, but all I'm asking people, try also as a person or as a people, we should be able to regulate our appetite and regulate our ambition, so that once it is in conflict with the larger interests of the people, we know how to reposition them. We may think that we want this and we want it immediately. But in the thinking of God, God may say it's not time yet. You end up forcing yourself. I've seen people lose their lives, forcing to get what probably is not right before God, or the timing of it is not okay. So I'm religious enough as a Christian, a practicing Christian, to know that no matter what we do here as efforts, until it is time approved by God, nothing happens. Second question?
Is there any additional promises the president has made?
I can tell you that we have a statesman, a nationalist as a president. And there has never been a time I presented to him any request that will benefit the people that he did not approve. So, and that is why I'm excited anytime I'm before him. Because the man thinks Nigeria, dreams Nigeria, and is living for Nigeria. That is the truth of the matter. We have seen presidents come, acquire estates, acquire properties here and there, acquire fat bank accounts. I challenge anybody who will tell me that as a president, President Muhammadu Buhari has acquired a state here, or has a fat account there, or has married additional wives, or keeping concubines. Let the person tell me. So in jumping to follow this man, I put in my legs and my hands, because he's a man of the truth. He says the truth. Only logic makes sense to him. Good logic. So that is why, and me, before this time, even in the Senate, some of you here who worked with me in the Senate, you know I'm a slave to merit. Once I see anything deserving of anybody, I support it. I don't support a bill because it's from Mr. John or Mr. Peter. Once it makes sense to me, and it is part of what will bring Nigerian unity to be strengthened, I follow. So I think I have gotten every encouragement from Mr. President and support to make sure that there is peace in Imo State. The only remaining one is left for security agencies to do their investigation quickly, unravel those behind this thing, and then bring them to book. Any other question?